Hello, I am Siri. Welcome to the iOS Beta News channel. There will be no bugs in iOS 14. Apple is changing the way software is developed due to the failure of iOS 13. Apple takes a completely new approach to software development due to the unsuccessful launch of iOS 13 firmware. A new development method is already being used by the company in creating the iOS 14 operating system. An authoritative Bloomberg publication reported today with reference to trusted sources. Previously, Apple developers added innovations to the daily internal builds of iOS before they were fully tested. This led to the fact that the use of test devices on preliminary firmware versions became a real nightmare. But most importantly, according to Bloomberg experts, because of this, Apple could not assess the actual state of iOS. In the process of developing iOS 14, everything has changed. All incomplete and not tested functions are disabled by default in internal assemblies. Apple engineers will be able to turn them on using a special service menu. This will allow Apple management to monitor the progress of the release of new versions of the operating system and make the software more flexible. Functions that will not be ready for release can be easily and simply removed from the released assembly for users. The next operating system for the iPhone will not please users with a large number of innovations. According to Bloomberg sources, some of the features originally planned for launch in iOS 14 will be delayed until iOS 15. Focus on optimization. In iOS 14, Apple developers will focus on fixing bugs, optimizing the operating system and improving overall stability. The company decided to do so in connection with numerous user complaints on iOS 13. As we said earlier, when developing iOS 14, Apple will take an alternative approach. Developers will be able to quickly exclude new features from the final firmware builds if they contain bugs. Thanks to this, the final versions of iOS 14 for users will contain only fully tested innovations. Apple will present iOS 14 at WWDC 2020 in June next year. Then the company will release the first beta version of the firmware. The final iOS 14 will be released in September 2020. The project, codename Azul, iOS 14, and iOS 15 codename Azul +1. If you like this video, like and subscribe to our channel. Siri was with you.